We bring the DJ in.
Yeah,
this will go round.
I think we should not
Yes.
beat ourselves, too much on this issue of people having advantage because of where they come from. If you go to America, that happens. It happens everywhere in the world. See, people have values, even within your sub-structure, whether ethnic or religion. There are such issues of value. If you come to my community, for instance, I'm from Ilori, there are certain things that you don't want to lose. And if you go to get into the hand of somebody that you think will not value it the way the community values it, of course, we are not going to want to accept the fact that that person should be in charge. You go to America, there are people that cannot achieve certain things also because they may not understand the importance that the community or that the particular ethnic or religious or whatever divide places on that particular issue. So that is not the issue of identity. The issue of identity in Nigeria is because we have actually not defined who a Nigerian is. The chapter 2, we have an experienced lawyer here. The chapter 2 of the Constitution states the issue of social justice, equality, and all of this. That is what you expect from your country. But all across the world, take from country to country, they have a deliberate policy of defining who they are, codified, spelled out. The American dream has its attributes. If you go study the American dream, they talk of exceptionalism, liberty, pursuit of happiness. So wherever you find yourself, no matter what divide you belong, those things have grown past those divisions. And everybody must subscribe to that. The Ubuntu Declaration in South Africa spell out what they want to pursue. The Red Book of China speaks about their ethics and who they are. If you go to South Korea, you see a kind of national culture that evolved from proper definition and documentation of who they are. Let me bring it home. If you are the two popular religions, let me use those as an example, and I often do that, Christianity and Islam. Imagine Christians and Muslims without Quran and Bible. Where are you going to get the guide, the instructions, the learning, for you to be able to live up to the expectation? So when you have Nigeria that does not document and define properly who a Nigerian is, it's like religion, Islam, Christianity not having the Bible and the Quran.
So what document really are you referring to?
So now, I spoke to the Jaji Declaration. It was an attempt at defining who Nigerians, and there have been successful one. The last one was Change Begins With Me. But it was not a proper, document.
Those are mantras.
It was just a mantra.
Just a mantra, yeah.
And we have had a lot of sloganeering. That in itself is a problem. It goes beyond just throwing mantra around. I must be able
because
to answer.
narratives, in my opinion, are different from lived experiences.
Let me round off, please, on this. I must be able to answer the question anywhere in the world. If they say, who is a Nigerian? And if they ask him, he should say exactly the same thing. If somebody says, I'm from a good Christian home, without him saying anything further, we have an idea of what he's talking about. Because he's telling us about certain values that we should expect from him. If somebody says, I'm a good Muslim, but if you say, I'm a good Nigerian, what exactly do you mean?
Okay.
We are going to have no argument over what that means.
A good Nigerian is a Nigerian that loves Nigeria.
Narratives are great.
And will not travel out even if you have 100 million.
Stories have their place in our imagination. They are important for foreshadowing what we want to be and in order to sort of help us articulate a vision for ourselves. But no matter how good the story is, if you do not get the fundamentals right, you will continue to have issues. There are Nigerians, we just heard somebody say she will take the 100 million and japa. There are Nigerians who are every day subsuming their ethnic, their national identity under a bigger identity. They go to Canada, they take a Canadian identity. I was in Calgary just a few weeks ago. Nigerians in Calgary, amazing guys, shout out, oh my God. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, passionate about Canada. But guess what? Still very passionate also about Nigeria. And what Canada has done for them that allows them to have that that particular level of passion is that it has allowed them to live fully as complete human beings that can realize themselves, right? So you can write all the stories you want to write. Indeed. If you do not get the fundamentals right, and it starts with the rule of law. No country can exist and build nationhood if you do not have rules that apply more or less evenly to everybody.
Katara, we're going to get there.
Right? So
I just want us to...
let me just finish. I think the fact that access to resources is still determined by things other than you being a Nigerian.
Who is a Nigerian? That's right?
No, but there is a constitutional definition of a Nigerian. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, we have not.
Now,
that is the point.
I think what you are talking about is the sense of belonging.
Okay, let me
I have a Nigerian passport, but do I feel Nigerian?
Let's give the DG a minute to just respond.
I mentioned what the chapter 2 of the Constitution says. I mentioned the fact that all of us, if they say who is a Nigerian, we have, whatever our own definition is, not that we are going to refer to a particular, definition. See, it's all about patriotism at the end of the day. But you cannot enforce patriotism and you cannot legislate it.
Nope.
You have to motivate it. It's like love. There must be an attraction. So the country must put something that is attractive in place for you to say, I love this country, I want to die for this country. You cannot go to UK today or United States of America. Even as a foreign student, you will learn what it means to be an American or a British. It is there already embedded in their system. You cannot escape it.
So they have a culture.
They have evolved it, and it's documented.
I think they're more diverse than you people think. I have been across the United States, and that is why once that narrative was removed, you can see what is happening under Trump. Those fault lines also exist.
Trump is not, he has no fidelity to it.
No,
it's not that it is removed, it is there.
70-something million people disagreed with another 70-something million.
No,
and
it's not simplistic.
No, it is. No, it is not, because the disagreements are actually quite fundamental to what they think America should be doing.
I think it's
which is why
interesting.
the DEI is being cancelled and all of that. So the point I'm making is stories can only take you so far. And I'm a storyteller. So I genuinely understand the importance of narrative building and all of that. But if you do not build the foundation to support those stories that you are talking about, you're building on sand.